Yo, what is going on, guys? Carnage back here again, and today I am back with... I'm assuming this is going to be like the last part of it, just because I looked through a lot of boxes, could not find anything else, other than, you know, this one plus one of like a lot of mint on card stuff. So, starting off, I did try doing this video once before, but got a phone call, so had to restart. So, anyway, Miles Morales from the Space Venom wave. Very good figure. Reviewed, or I shouldn't say reviewed, had him in my Spider-Boy review. So if you have not seen that, go check it out. It's definitely one of my best performing videos at the moment, so, which is surprising. I'm assuming it's because it's new though. So next one up is Absorbing Man from the Absorbing Man wave. I always really enjoyed like the rock side they gave us of him, and I believe they used this body on the Sandman Build-A-Figure slash, you know, exclusive one, which gave us actual just like regular arms. Next one up is Spider-Man Amazing Fantasy 15, and I did put the new Blades coat on him just because I didn't know where to put it, and, you know, I thought this was kind of cool. Kind of like, you know, Spider Hunter or something like that. Next one is Spider-Man Noir from the movie. Very, very cool. Very happy to have him. My friend Optima Awesome, I believe, sent me him, or it was his little brother Diego. I know it was one of them. Very nice guys. Respect them immensely. Next one up is not Gwen Stacy. Mary Jane. Mary Jane from the 2-pack. I did buy that separately. Here is my little kit bashed blade. This one is on the newer body. But something I kind of realized is they did basically just reuse the same blade mold, just put on new arms and, you know, gave us a new head. So, yeah. So I just basically put the old blade head that I had on the old blade on this one, and it's worked phenomenally. Next one up is Deathlock. Very cool, very Sasquatch wave, I believe he came out, and definitely one of the more unique ones to come out in the past. Definitely a very unique and cool looking character. This one's one of my personal favorites from last year, which, you know, would have been on my top 10, but I didn't get him until beginning of this year. Helverine, one of the most badass concepts ever in my opinion. And then Scarlet Spider, one of the ones that was in my top 3 last year for my figures. Very badass figure. I do recommend getting it if you are able to. Red Hulk, who was also in one of my previous videos, or one of my previous reviews for the Agent Venom. So here he is, a little closer up. One of the, you know, better bodies they could have used for it. Definitely wish they would have given us like a different head for it, but, you know, still a pretty cool figure. Into the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales. Actually bought this for my birthday around the time this wave came out. So, very, very lucky to have gotten him. Very cool figure, very cool movie. And then this is definitely one of my, like, top 10 figures in my collection. Probably even top 5, if not top 3. And that is Hercules from the Thanos Build-A-Figure wave from, like, 2 or 3 years? Geez, not 2 or 3. Like, whenever Avengers Endgame came out. God, I'm old. Like, I still remember buying that off the peg, man. Daredevil, which was also in my review for Spider-Boy. I think this was the Ultimate Hobgoblin wave. I might be mistaken. But this was the only figure I have bought from that Hobgoblin wave. And let me just say, very happy I did, just because very good figure, even holds up till today. I know they made a new one, but I have not been lucky enough to find that. Dracula, I mean. Another new one that came from the same wave as the Helverine. I do apologize if it's a little blurry. My phone just kind of sucks at focusing. But also a very good figure. If I would have gotten it, you know, in 2024, it definitely would have been on my top 10 as well. Just, you know, a display stand. which nothing super iconic about that. Next one up is Spider-Shot, which is, for those of you who do not know, Assassin Spider-Man. Very cool figure, kind of basic. Mostly picked it up just because it's a what-if character, so that's why I really wanted it. First appearance Iron Man. Definitely one of the best, Iron Men to come out in the past few years as well. A little bit of limited articulation, but nonetheless, one of the best in my opinion. Speaking of another one of the best, this one is a reuse of the 80th anniversary Iron Man, but, with more bright colors. Like, I'm not a huge fan of, bright colors, but this AI Iron Man definitely dug its way into my heart, along with the 90s suit Iron Man. Two of my favorite Iron Man figures to pose around. And also, I think it was the Marvel Now, I want to say, Iron Man. So, and then I want to say this is Across the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange. One of the, it's definitely a basic Doctor Strange and not a whole lot going on, but definitely one of my favorites, mostly because it's the most, accurate costume, excluding the gloves. I know the cape's in there somewhere. Don't really know where. Oop, got 2 for 1. Just a custom-made display, or stand, I mean. Spider-Man India, one of the, I've only had this figure, since I saw the wave come out in December, I want to say, and definitely one of the more unique and cool ones to have come out. Only thing that's a little weird is I think his body's just a little too elongated, in my opinion. Next one up is definitely one of the best Captain Americas to come out. That's the 80th anniversary one. I've always really loved the metallic blue on him, such badass coloring. I also really do love the head sculpt. Hold on. There we go. And this one was more based off of the Alex Ross one, if I remember correctly. Gonna be kind of, crossing thresholds with this one, but here we have Simpsons. And I did a review on these two. Really enjoy both of these. Definitely very surprisingly well articulated for only $12, which, I mean, I do recommend if you guys, really enjoy The Simpsons. And I did pick up one just before I moved, which kind of want to do a review on him, just because, he's another one of my favorite Simpson characters. Krusty the Clown. And I do apologize if you do hear talking downstairs. My dad is on the phone. And then, this one's just an amazing, amazing figure. Frogman. I still have a dream to build an entire army of frogmen. That is still one of the things I want the most out of Marvel Legends. Is there a need for it? No. But do I want it? Yes. And this is a reuse of the Doc Ock body. Legitimately, everything is reused from Doc Ock, excluding the feet, head, and backpack. But, they definitely killed it with Frogman, dude. And I will, he is definitely my favorite one in my collection. He's just such a weird character. He is also from the Stiltman wave, which was the same as the Miles Morales I showed earlier. The Walgreens exclusive Punisher. I remember buying this at Walgreens along with, I want to say Rogue and Phoenix that same day. Because I found Rogue and Phoenix, and then, we went to Walgreens because my dad gets specific medicine from Walgreens, and that was, just there, and it was the last one on the shelf, and I was like, oh shit. And I didn't have a Punisher in my collection at the time, and, this still holds up fairly well today, just still not a huge fan of the arms, but everything else is just phenomenal. This one's kind of a weird one that I know I took off the shelf and started posing around here. Civil War Black Panther. One of the best Black Panthers to come out. and that's the one from like the Giant Man Build-A-Figure wave. So that one's definitely kicking it back and just showing how, old some of my figures actually are. And kind of sticking on the theme with Civil War, just, a little past Civil War. Nomad Captain America. I know that's not the name, that's just kind of how I think of him. The cape to the Doctor Strange I showed. And then the wings to the Falcon Captain America. So, pretty cool. Yeah, definitely basic articulation for that Captain America, in my personal opinion, but, still decent. And just grabbing a handful of Marvel Legends. This is, I know it's a Spider-Woman. I can't remember exactly the name, but I'm just going to say Spider-Woman just because, it is a Spider-Woman. So, Prowler Miles. Was also very happy when I found this one. Very well articulated. I did a review on him too about a month and a half ago, I want to say. And then, this is just a very, cool Cyclops in my opinion. Astonishing Cyclops. I just really like the costume. And I think he was the only one I actually bought full price just because I was like, oh, that's a really cool outfit for Cyclops. And, butterfly joints. So. And then this is kind of a Spider-Man handful. I'll start with the one. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Nova. This was also a Walgreens exclusive, I believe. And actually going to be the Nova I'm going to be using in my Nova series when I get to it. Just have one project I'm working on right now. But things will be coming fairly soon. Just a, movie suit Spider-Man. Nothing exciting there. Now going on to one of my personal favorite Spider-Man. This is the retro-carded Spider-Man. And I remember finding two of these, and I hid one, and then, the one I hid vanished. This one, because I wanted one in the box and one not in the box. But, I found this, and let me just say, this is still, the best articulated Spider-Man ever, man. Which is kind of why I'm skeptical of getting the newer one, especially, since it's like $50, and that one was like 25. But I do know the one that's 50 does come with an excessive amount of accessories. So, and then just one of the greatest Spider-Man of all time. Personally, I'm still a big Andrew Garfield fan, which, funny enough, I have him pulled off to the side. But, this one was my childhood, but this one was what won me over, Spider-Man wise. He's such a good Spider-Man, man. It really sucks that he couldn't have a third movie. And just random piece of paper. Okay. The Wolverine from the Sabretooth Wolverine 2-pack. Nothing super exciting there. I did a little stop motion test with him a while ago. Dark Knight? Black Knight? Something like that. We definitely really need to get another one of him, on an updated body. Just because, don't get me wrong, the Green Goblin body, or whatever body this was originally used as, was okay, but I mean, would really like a updated one. And then this one, I kind of feel stupid for putting, just in a box, because, it's phenomenal. It's the Black Suit Spider-Man, which I do have some ideas going on for, what I want to happen in my, stop motion universe, and I know I kind of want to do something with the black suit at some point. So stay tuned. Movie Deadpool. I still remember my friend telling me, oh, don't be stupid and buy that for $40. You know what? I did. Haven't seen him at all, anywhere, or, any of the other ones they re-released. The Doctor Strange portal, which came with Defender Strange, if I'm remembering the name correctly. And then kind of kicking it excessively old school, because this was one of my first Marvel Legends. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man. Yeah, and I know when the movie came out, this guy blew up, dude. Which, let me just say, I understand why, but I mean, at the same time, Like, we all knew we were going to get another one, so. And I mean, I know a lot of people had problems with this guy's, like, upper arms, but I mean, I never really, used him like that. I just kind of, like, if you look back on one of my earlier collection videos, literally just him hanging on a, thumbtack. So, and then going to another Spider-Man, we have the, God, I always get the names confused. No Way Home Spider-Man. Yeah, No Way Home. Definitely one of, I really like how this costume looks, but, I wish they would have given us the black lines on it. And I know people, have been doing it themselves. I'm just not, I just am lazy. Punisher's motorcycle from the Rider Wave. Definitely one of the best things to come with a Punisher figure, in my opinion. Peter B. Parker from Into the Spider-Verse. Again, another one that was gifted to me by my friend Optima Awesome, so shout out to you. He also did give me a Shang-Chi, which I actually just recently gifted to another friend of mine, so shout out to both Optima Awesome and IZ Art. So, yeah. Bombastic Bagman. I still remember when I got this. This was just before I found out my grandma died, because I was going around shopping, like, after work, and, I decided to go to Target because I hid one of these guys because, I was like, okay, I don't get paid till this day, so I'll just wait until, the day before I get paid just to, get him. Yeah. Let me just say, getting him and then finding out grandma died just kind of did drop, the enjoyment for this figure a little bit. But, I mean, still a phenomenal figure, and it did come with, the Kick Me sign. Kraven the Hunter, that's a joke for those of you who didn't know, because, Quicksilver and Kraven are now the same person. But the only Quicksilver I have in my collection, the Age of Ultron one, still a phenomenal figure. I know I want to say a few people have been using this body to make, like, a custom Human Torch from, Deadpool Wolverine. So that was pretty cool. Old Man Hawkeye, another phenomenal figure to come out in the last, like 4 years. Also, the pinless joints, like, phenomenal. Namor from the Okoye Build-A-Figure wave, which, let me just say, definitely a very underrated figure. Like, fully honest, I feel like if they would have given him butterfly joints, which, I mean, at the time, I doubt they, could have. But, I mean, if they made an update of a classic Namor, they definitely could give us butterfly joints, which would make him 10 times better. I don't know where he... There he is. Iron Fist. From the 2-pack. So, that one's pretty cool. I believe this one's on the Renew Your Vows body as well. I want to say, I might be mistaken, because I know it looks very familiar, but I can't tell if it's the Renew Your Vows body or not. The Falcon Captain America, that's Wings, I showed a little earlier. The Crossbones from the, what was it, Crimson Dynamo wave. This is the Armored Spider from the Retro Card wave. Like, it's a cool figure, but I mean, it's still kind of lacks in articulation, but it's still pretty cool. One of my favorite ones from last year, Miguel O'Hara 2099 Spider-Man. Such a badass figure. Next one up is, hold on, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man from the original movie. Like, I bought this because, this was before they did, we're going to be doing No Way Home or Far From Home. If I remember correctly. Because I didn't buy him for too much. I think like $10. Which, I mean, I was like, okay, that's not terrible. One of my favorite characters that's come out in the past few years, Hallows' Eve. Such a beautiful character on... I want to say this is on the newer Black Widow body, but I might be mistaken. Which I more than likely am. Because, like, I know a lot, but I don't know everything. The Spinneret from the Renew Your Vows 2-pack. Mostly bought this for the Spider-Man, but I mean, she's pretty decent too. Not a huge fan of, like, You know, the legs, but I mean, not bad. Darwin, I believe. I believe this is Darwin. Pretty sure this is Darwin. Fully honest, I was just going to be using him as kind of like a stand-in for, you know, an alien, just because he looks the most like an alien. Going with a couple more Spider-Man figures, we have Peter Porker from Across the Spider-Verse, which came with the Spider-Man Noir that I showed earlier. The Iron Spider, phenomenal figure, even now, man. Like, I know this came out like 2 or 3 years ago, but let me just say, this is the best Iron Spider we've ever gotten. Truthfully, one of the better Spider-Man figures we've gotten in general. The Gladiator Hulk Build-A-Figure wave. Like, funny thing is, this used to be a Build-A-Figure itself, and then they re-released it. Like, it still even comes apart like the Build-A-Figure, because they just reused the whole thing. But Ares, the God of War, which going to be playing a bit of a role in my Avengers film when I do get to it. If, you know, some of you guys, for those of you who have been around my channel since, you know, I started, like a year ago, like actually going to be doing it, which, I mean, took a while, but I mean, you know, things happen in life and, you know, you kind of put things off. But this year, 2025, I am definitely doing stop motion, and I promise that. Hellstrom, only bought him specifically because, you know, it's a first-time character that we've never gotten before in figure form. I think we were going to get him with the Wheels of Vengeance, if I'm not mistaken. Not too much left in this box, so I'll just grab it. Have one of the Cosmic Ghost Rider's guns, which I'll just put in the hands of this guy if I can open his palm. No, I cannot. But anyway, Moon Knight from the Vulture Wing Build-A-Figure wave. Definitely, like, very happy that I found that figure. Such a badass figure. One that I know a friend of mine made into a custom Sin Eater a while ago. Union Jack. One of my, like, it's weird, but he's one of my favorite ones that I have in my collection as well, just for posability and, you know, fun. Along with, you know, it being, you know, a very interesting character that I think definitely needs to be utilized, you know, more in comics, especially after I read Union Jack the Ripper from the Blood Hunt event. Like, that one was pretty cool. One that I got from Diego, Optima Awesome's little brother. He gave me that just as a gift. I don't remember specifically for what, but I mean, very nice of him. He didn't have to, and I told him more than once he never has to get me anything, but, you know, he does, and I'm very grateful for that. Captain America, but Captain Rogers Captain America, where he's basically just working for S.H.I.E.L.D. Specifically bought this just because, you know, the head, and then I actually fell in love with, you know, posing him around, which, you know, always a good plus. Definitely one of the oldest Spider-Man I have. This is the Amazing Fantasy 15 from the Sentinel wave, I want to say. Like, definitely one of the oldest Spider-Man I have. And I mean, this is the original one that came out, and then this is the newer one, and they both look phenomenal. And I know this one comes with a red spider, and this one I don't think has a spider on his back. I don't remember. I've had this cape on for a while. No, he has the red spider on the back like this one. So, or, you know, vice versa. And then the last loose figure in that box that I'm going to be showing before I do show the Mint on card ones that I have is the Final Swing suit, which, let me just say, this is a phenomenal figure as well. I believe I had this as a, gosh, what was it? I think this might have been an honorable mention last year, not 2024, but 2023. So, and throwing the paper over there, missed the trash can. Going to be showing these two. One of them is kind of a little more recent that I believe I showed in a video of mine, which still 50-50 on what to do with it, just because, you know, like, nothing's going to beat this black suit Spider-Man in my opinion. But, I mean, this one does kind of fit this body mold a little bit, and I really do like this body mold, so. But anyway, Secret Wars Black Suit Spider-Man, one of the cooler ones that I've seen. I know I mentioned it once, and I know someone commented about it, but fully honest, I'm not even so sure what I want to do with it. I mostly just bought it because I was like, oh, sweet. And then just did nothing with that. Same thing with this Captain America, because I originally bought this to open it, just because, it came with, everything I really wanted in a Captain America alternate head, actual shield that's big enough to cover his body, rather than the dinner plates that we have gotten. But never opened it. Found this brand new at GameStop for 30 some dollars. And then just never opened it. Which I regret, but at the same time, with as many Captain Americas as that have come out, like, that one's definitely lower on the totem pole for, me worrying about. And also, it was just such... I actually do have the original one, so it was very nostalgic for me, just, having it, because the older one was actually my first Captain America. What's all this? Oh, that's just some important document stuff. And I know this box that I'm going through right now does kind of have some random stuff. Whoops, sorry. Shoved in it, but hey, I'm not professional. Hockey puck that I think was used for practices at the hockey place, or the place where I went to go see hockey quite often. Two of these, like they came from the deceased mystery boxes that GameStop did a couple years ago. So, some miscellaneous stuff. Hand warmers, those would have been very useful. Okay, now going on to the carded figures I have in this box. Not a ton of them, but, pretty decent amount, I'd say. The Human Torch from the Fantastic Four Retro Wave. As you can see, because I didn't take the stickers off, $9. Hobgoblin, I know I specifically bought 3 of these because one of them I was going to trade for to somebody, and then the other one I was also going to trade to somebody, or, gift to somebody. Never really heard anything back from the other person, so I got stuck with a second Hobgoblin, which, not a terrible figure, but I mean, could have been way better, in my opinion. Going on to the next one is actually the first figure I picked up in 2023, I believe. Or 2024. It was 2024 where I first picked this up. I was 23. And that is the animated series Spider-Man. Didn't open this one specifically because, I just couldn't. Like, the other one, yeah, but I mean, this one I just couldn't, just because, this is the Spider-Man I grew up with, the voice I hear for Spider-Man every time I hear him. And then here's another one that people are going to be very surprised that I got for, the price I did. The Thing. Like, I really wish they would have given us alternate hands for him. Like, fisted ones, but I mean, very good Thing. And I definitely know this one's a good one just because of the fact that, they made three of them using this exact same body. The best one is still the Walgreens one, hands down in my opinion, just because that one came with, the best looking head, fisted hands / open hands, so definitely a good one. Next up is the Invisible Woman. No surprise that she was on clearance for $9. And I remember buying all of these the same time, and I spent like $56 on them, I want to say, and they are kind of dusty, so I do apologize if they're not fantastic. Who is this again? High Evolutionary? Yeah. The High Evolutionary. Granted, I could probably open him, because I know he's not... Like, he's definitely worth the $9 I paid. Same thing for these next two, which, if you haven't seen the theme, I mean, Molecule Man. Psycho Man, I mean. I just think of him as Molecule Man just because, he's tiny in the comics. And specifically, mostly bought him just because of the fact that, he's kind of the reason that Deadpool killed the Marvel Universe the first time, so. And then Mr. Fantastic with the lab coat. Definitely a very cool one. I have been tempted to open this one and or just buy another one just because, like, fully honest, I've been very tempted to open all of them, but I mean, I don't really have a need to open all of them, you know? So, but yeah, that's basically everything I have for you guys today. That's all of the figures I have left in my collection. The next part of this video, more than likely going to be me, you know, going through and, you know, showing you guys, you know, just the stuff I do have on display. So stay tuned for that. Don't know when that's going to be coming out, just because, like I said, I'm working on a little side project right now for a contest. So that will be coming hopefully within the next week or so, just because I am getting very, very close to completing it, which I'm excited for, just because it's my first, you know, full-on stop-motion film. Kind of nervous at the same time, so. But hopefully it goes well and it's received decently well, I'd say. Just because I am putting more effort into this than I think I have anything else on my channel for a while. So whenever that is ready, I will definitely let you guys know. But anyway, sorry for the rambling. I got a mess to clean up, so I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace.